Hey everybody, and welcome back to Maximus Workshop. I just wanted to do a quick tutorial today as I shake off the rust to discuss a question that I've been asked both recently but also pretty frequently. The question was, what settings do you use when you are ordering the Revo heatsink for the Sovol SV08 from PCBWay? To start, I'm going to make my way to the official page for the Revo heatsink with Jonathan Levi. There's a link right here. You can go ahead and click it. Once you get to here, all you need to do is hit add to cart. Now, this is probably the most confusing part because when you go down to material, they have all these materials, including titanium and aluminum, so this seems like the place where you want to be. But this is the 3D printing section. So if you try to order it this way, they may reject your order or they'll ask you to revise it. Over here is CNC. This is the aluminum that you want, quantity 1, at least for this order. When it comes to the type of aluminum, the one that you probably want is 6061. 5052, from my understanding, has higher thermal conductivity, but because it's not quite as strong, it's not exactly what you want for a heatsink in something that vibrates a lot and that might run into something at high speed. I ended up going with 2A12 just because it's even stronger than 6061, even though the thermal conductivity is technically significantly lower. But 6061 is really the ideal, and from what I understand, 6061 is closest to the standard for what folks are using for 3D printing heat sinks. So that's probably what I would recommend. Let me know in the comments if you all are interested in seeing a comparison video. Maybe I'll get one of each and see how the metals stack up. For the technical drawing, that's already going to be in there. That's been added just from you having used the link that you used. With threads and tap holes, no, you don't need anything like that. Technically, there's some tapping for the Revo Hotend to actually screw in, but all of that's covered in the drawing, so that you don't need to use this. Same thing with inserts. Inserts, really, because we're not doing 3D printing, is not something that you're really going to want to worry about. But also, we're not using inserts that are for metal working either. Tolerances, you don't need tighter tolerances from my understanding. I went ahead and got them just because who cares. Same thing with surface roughness. I think you can use surface roughness at standard. I went ahead and bumped it down just in case, and also because I wanted it to look nice, but I don't think it matters. Part marking, that's up to you. Parts assembly, no, you don't probably need parts assembly unless you're getting more than one part. With finished appearance, I went ahead and went with standard. There's no real reason I need them to send me pictures of a heatsink before they send it to me. Inspection, no inspection. And then there's product desk. Now, one of the things that you can do as an option is surface treatment. For me, I initially selected the powder coating because I thought the finish would be nice. I got it in purple. But then they let me know that they can't actually powder coat something that's this small and detailed. So instead, I ended up getting it anodized. And the B-Blast and anodization color looks pretty nice on mine. So that's what I would recommend if you want to put a pop of color on there. But of course, there are other options that might be available for a product like this. Just don't go with the powder coat. So that's it. Once you do that, you're done. You can go ahead and hit submit request. The only thing that you should keep in mind is that they might email you pretty quickly asking you questions about your order, if something got clicked wrong, or if they have any questions. The other piece is that this price is not going to be the final price that you pay. I paid something like 100, 110 once all was said and done. But different people have gotten different prices. I think probably there are different providers and different people that are working on these different parts. So sometimes you'll get $90, sometimes you'll get 110, sometimes you'll get more or less than that range. So just something to keep in mind. Thanks so much everybody for your time. That's it for me. If you like the video, please subscribe. That's the best way to help the channel right now. If you have any comments or feedback, please leave it in the comments. I definitely read every single one, and really appreciate your time. Until the next one, this has been Maximus Workshop.